Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here, and today we're going to be doing GT Sport, and I'm going to be taking part in a 9-lap race at Bathurst. Now, I am a complete noob on this game. I absolutely love racing, but it's took me such a long time to pick up GT Sport. Finally have. This is my first online race, and after the 12-hour endurance race at Bathurst the other day, I thought, why not do the race there? So we're going to do 9 laps, and if you're good at this game, you can sit here and be frustrated watching me race. I am so new to all of this. Started in P16, given myself the target to go and get into the top 10. So aiming for 10th, I figured that would be a good thing to aim for. To be honest with you, a good thing to aim for would to be not lose any more places. So as you can see, we've just been set on the off. Gonna take the normal racing line, or as best as I know it to be. The one thing that I do struggle with coming out is definitely traction. I've got it on 1, not 0, because I'm still not quite there yet. Find myself spinning on a couple of corners, so I thought I'd play it a bit safe. So we're heading down the mountain straight now, and my only thought was, don't mess up, just stay as clean as possible. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And now we're plumb last. I gotta say, I was really frustrated because it was a silly move on my. I should have slowed down a bit more, but I was kind of scared from being punted from the back. And you can see here my frustrations are already starting to show, which is something that you can't. You just got to stay composed, because you just start making silly mistakes. You want to get on the accelerator quicker. Your back end is just going to start coming out on you, and it's. So yeah, it wasn't the best of starts. So trying to find a bit of composure. I can only move up from here anyway, so it's not like it can get any worse. So we're going to pull up behind number 15, and we're going to just try our best to stick with him. It's definitely going to get a bit ropey down here, down Skyline to the S's and the Dipper, and I was just thought, just take it slowly, stay behind, because there's going to be just a mess at the bottom of here. I expected a bit more, to be honest with you. As you can see, I've already made 1 place up, so already realising that it's not necessarily 100% about being the fastest on the track. It's about consistency and just trying to stay as clean as possible, stay on your racing lines. Just made another position up there as well, another position made because of penalties. Also getting forced off the track there by the Spaniard in front in the purple Skyline, which was a recurring theme to this race with this guy. But the guy in front is someone I thought I needed to race. Another off there, so that's another position made. So now I'm up into 13th from some last at the start of the lap, just through not being fast but being consistent. The Skyline behind me there, I knew he was a lot faster, so I wasn't going to challenge him or try and defend him, because I'm fighting myself. So yeah, still trying to stay composed. Don't let it bother me that I'm being overtaken. Just stay consistent to the best that I can, and I think over time the faster laps will start rolling in, as we'll see down the right hand side anyway. It does take me a bit of time in most races. I play a lot of Formula 1 2019, and it does take me a bit of time to get warmed up, but I feel like once I do, I get some good pace. Another guy's not waiting around for my slowness today, so that's me back up into 15th. I'm going to let him go and see if I can just try and stay with him. You can see how fast the pace differences between me and him. I'm going to do my best to tuck in as much as I can there and just try and stay with him, but you can see how good his exit is there. As frustrating as it is to watch a car go away, like when you're still learning, it does sort of tell me, look, I can push this, I can go faster because he's going faster. So I know I can get more out of the car. He's in the same car as well. I did choose this one because I have seen that it's quite quick in the straights. I'm not going to lie though, I definitely struggled to keep it under control. I'm going to try and abuse the track limits there. Come down these S's now, and hoping for a few more mistakes, which we've got 2 Skylines here which bars the way through me earlier. I'm going to try and squeeze in down the outside, but it's going to be a tight corner, so I'm going to give him room. And there goes. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just unfortunate. Got another Skyline. I'm not going to challenge him at all because he's clearly a lot faster than me. He got a great exit, so I'm just going to stick him behind him and try and follow him on the overtake. Now Spaniard again doesn't want to let me by, forces me on off the track again. No penalties there, but questionable. And so fucking embarrassing. All I can do is apologise and crack on with my race. I've now got a 3-second penalty to serve when I hit the penalty zone. But I was feeling good about racing this guy. He was like all over the place, and to be fair, like probably I was as well. But I felt like I was being a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to go defensive against this guy because I'm going to see what I can do. I know I've got to serve a penalty, but I want to keep him near me. I've got a much better exit there than the Spaniard. I'm just going to push it all the way and serve my penalty. But now I've got a new goal, which is to hunt him down and do my best to stick with him, overtake him, maybe. I'm not going to lie, getting 10th seems like a bit of a pipe dream at the moment, but I do feel like I'm getting a bit more consistent and a bit faster. And again, anyone who's, you know, pretty decent at this game, I apologise. How frustrating it is watching me race. Coming down Skyline now. I felt like I was pretty fast at this bit. If I was hitting it right, I was pretty fast. There were some corners that I did and turns that just, I feel like I understand them before I hit them, and there are other corners that just don't. And we've got an off there from the Spaniard who was in front of me and someone else as well, so that's now put me in 12th. Going strong, but I also knew that that car behind was fast. So now my goal of getting ahead of the Spaniard in the purple Skyline was done. So now it was keep moving forward. Do want to try and increase that gap to the car behind, which did just happen because I think he got punted by the Spaniard or the other way around. I'm not too sure, but it did increase a little bit of a gap and a bit of breathing room for me. So the car in ahead is quite far ahead, and Skyline's getting quite far over on the track there. He's definitely pushing to get back up. I just need to keep pushing forward now. So hitting a 2:10 there, I was quite proud of that one, because I looked at the fastest laps and they were like 2 minutes just over, I think, and 2:10 for me, I was, you know, there's a lot of time to definitely be found, but you know, after what I was shaving off each lap, I was quite happy. So don't think I was going to do much better than that. It was a pretty solid lap. I had clean air, there was nothing to worry about in front or behind, so it was just head down and keep going. Having a look up front though, I'm starting to get a sniff of this guy, and even the car ahead in 10th. 9th was a pipe dream, but they're all on the mountain, and if I can keep moving forward the way I am doing and staying that consistent, I can really do something with you know, with this pace. So we're going to come down Griffin's Mountain and up to McPhil Park, come down the skyline, which again just sometimes felt right, sometimes I hit it slightly off. I'm sure people could say, you know, you could do better, but I felt pretty comfortable on it, and I felt like it was a part of this circuit, he says, a part of the circuit where I may have been quite a bit stronger than maybe some other people. It definitely wasn't fast, but it was, it seemed, you know, quite consistent, and I'm definitely making time up on this guy in front of me. Unfortunately, the delta on the replay is not actually showing up on the car ahead, the distance between. On a plus on my delta for the lap, but again, we're not going terrible. Just got to, again, that key word is consistency. Just got to keep making sure that I exit each corner properly. I'm not too heavy on the gas, and I'm keeping the traction under control. We're going to come down to Murray's Corner now, onto the pit straight, and that's going to be another lap. I'm not going to get my 2:10 again, but I'm going to get a 2:11, so if I can stay consistent like that, I'd be happy. The guy in front of me, I think, has just definitely posted a much slower lap. I think by about 3 or 4 seconds actually, but he's just set a personal best, so he's now pushing, but I've also just set a personal best because I'm pushing. This corner is something that I found myself very slow at. I'm gaining confidence to push it around that corner without the back end coming out, to be honest with you. This is one of my favourite parts of the track as well, the cutting. It's Griffin's Mountain in Reed Park. But yeah, massive mistake there by the Aston Martin in front, which has completely left me on a good run all the way at the top of this mountain. As long as I can stay good, just follow him down, and I'm hoping to get in the slipstream at the bottom of the mountain, which I think is a possibility. Yeah, he's really messed that one up, and I'm going to try and take advantage, but I'm not going to go silly that we both... I'd rather stay behind him. I know I'm faster, so I've just got to pick my time, but that means that the car behind me is going to start catching up. There's no point in trying to make a silly move and getting myself spun out. So, both getting a decent exit, but the slipstream is going to pull me in, and I'm going to do my best to stay with him now and see what I can do. Could have done without it being on the corner. He's not going to want to let me by. I could have pulled out a bit better there. So I'm just going to give him a little bit bump. Hope that I don't... Did he brake early and I'm braking late? So I'm going to let him keep the position. I'm not going to go ahead of him. I want to try and do this properly. So I'm just going to stick behind him still and wait for the next opportunity, which I'm definitely going to have on the mountain straight. So I'm just going to, like I say, do my best to stay consistent. 2 minutes, so we're 3 seconds slower on that lap, but we are racing now, and as you can see, I'm going to get pressure from the car behind as well. He's not got a great exit there, so if I can get in front of this Aston Martin, I can create a bit of room between me and the car behind, because I know I'm faster than this guy, this Aston Martin. I could do that. That is now P11. And I've got to say, I was really getting into it here. Obviously, there's that slight panic mode of trying to stay ahead, but I really needed to think about moving forward as opposed to looking backwards, which is why I've just hit a wall there. Also a massive mistake from the Aston Martin though, which is what I wanted to happen, which gave me time from the car behind, because if anyone was going to put pressure on me, it was going to be him. So hoping that this Skyline can keep pressure on him, and the more pressure he has, the more mistakes he's going to make, which gives me more time to just head back down the mountain and create some breathing distance. I'm setting a personal best there. Tucking in nicely. I could definitely probably get more speed out of it, but again, I think limits are learned over time. The more you do it, the more you're going to figure out how much more you can push the car. Maybe a little bit too much out of there for the Conrad straight, but still enough to keep me in a good position. As you can probably start to see, I am twitching a little bit, and I think it's started to affect my racing, knowing that he's getting closer. P10 is so far away. We're on lap 8 of 9. My lap times are good, but they're not as good as his ahead of me. Coming down the S's now. This is... pressure is piling on and it's starting to show. Get the Skyline behind. Belgian fellow. He's coming in hot. And I've just got to stay as consistent as possible. I know I keep saying it, but that really is what it's down to. You don't have to be the fastest to get yourself in a good position. Another fastest personal best sector there for myself. So I am pushing okay, even though these mistakes are happening. So, frustrating to watch. But best thing to do is I found that if I don't want to overdo it, I'd rather lose time to maybe short shifting and not spinning out and just getting hold of where my car is, than, you know, try and panic and push and just spin out. Right, so he's really putting the pressure on now, and I can feel the heat. But just got a really good exit there, and he is really starting to think now, final lap, if I want to make this position, I've got to push, and he got a really bad exit, which has given me a little bit more breathing room. Another personal best sector there from me again. I'm going to take this corner best I can. And now I can push it more there, but I'm just pulling in too quickly, and the car's just telling me to pack it up a little bit. Going in really conservative now, which probably isn't the best idea. Definitely in full panic mode. Need to stay as calm as I can, because this guy is definitely coming in hot. And we've even got a car behind him. And the thing is, it does look like if I can stay at a good speed, then we can get to the end of this race and in P11. I mean, 1 and 2 have already finished, so it looks like 11th it's going to be, as long as I can hold on to it. I'm going to defend on this straight as much as I can. Just concentrate on my exit. And if you notice, someone's dropped out, so I'm now placed 10th. Followed very, very quickly by the Skyline. But I'm fast on this straight, and we've only got so much time to finish before we just get placed anyway. Another personal best sector there. He's coming fast, but if I can land this, there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. And there we have it. Race is finished. Didn't get to the end, but placed 10th. I'm really happy with that. I was absolutely chuffed with that, especially being my first race. There you can see my Max Verstappen gear.
Oh, this feels good. This feels really good.
So that was me attempting Bathurst. Happy with my position. I'll be doing more videos in the future. Don't forget to hit that like button if you made it all the way to the end and you had enough patience to stick with me and see it through. Let me know in the comment section what I can do, if I can be faster, where I can be faster. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, and I'll definitely be posting more. Thanks guys, peace.